And this is another episode of NBA 2K12. Last episode was a fresh up a doubleheader ends with the Lakers and the Warriors, and now coming up next, another doubleheader for you. We're heading to Boston, and after that, second game in New York City. The first game of the night heads to TD Garden, Boston, as the Paul Pierce of the Boston Celtics take on Kenyon Martin of the Denver Nuggets. For this game, the Nuggets gonna use I think I'm not sure we're gonna use the navy blue, and to keep the Celtics gonna be same. We're gonna use the white jersey. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. We'll be right back after this. Enjoy the video here at the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. And now we'll send over to Kevin Harlan in Boston. Here we go.
Damon Bruce here, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Wednesday in the NBA. It's going to be Nene and the Denver Nuggets up against Kevin Garnett and the Boston Celtics. And that's it for us in the studio. To call all the action, let's go out to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. I'll see you again at halftime.
It's NBA action on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And our good friend Doris Burke will join us from the sidelines. Thanks for tuning in. We have an interconference showdown here in Boston where the Celtics will square off. Let's check out Denver's starting lineup presented by State Farm. Kmart and Nene are inside. Lawson and Aflalo are the backcourt. And it's Gallinari in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Celtics, Pierce and KG at the 3 and the 4. Hondo and Allen make up the backcourt, and it's O'Neal in at the 5 down low.
You know, and the question for the Nuggets now, without a singular star player, is can they continue to win that way? The conventional wisdom throughout the league is that you need 2 stars, maybe a third, to be a great team. But this Nuggets team has a lot of good players and tremendous depth.
Tip-off goes to Denver. Rondo against Lawson. Nene, he's picked up by O'Neal. Another shot, blocked. Goes up again. He goes up again. Another block. Nuggets on D. Here's for 3. Hits the bucket. Pierce has got the first bucket of the game. The 3 for the Celtics. The bucket, Clark. We're going to go back to the Nuggets depth. Can you do it, Steve, by committee, or you need to make some moves to try to bring in a bigger name?
Well, I don't know if a bigger name means anything, but you need a guy who can score in crunch time against great defense, like Carmelo used to. You can do it by committee during the regular season. In the playoffs, though, it gets very difficult.
Into Nene. Puts up the baby hook. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Boy, the Nuggets had problems in the playoffs versus the Thunder, but I thought Nene still maintained his season averages and played pretty well.
That free throw good from Nene. Going back to Nene in the playoffs. Not easy given the interior defense that the Thunder was throwing at him, Steve, night after night, game after game.
Yeah, that was impressive defense. And field goal percentage did dip in that series, but that's to be expected. The defense during the playoffs is always much more intense, and they played well despite those field goal percentage drop-offs.
And Doris Burke spoke with George Carn. Doris?
Kevin, their perimeter shooting game is what he thinks will make the difference in this one. He didn't want to take anything away from the defenders they're up against, but he did say he'd be surprised if his team doesn't shoot a high percentage from outside. We'll see, guys.
Doris, thank you. Looks like hard to create spacing without the floor.
I agree there. I mean, I'd say it's almost impossible with the size and speed of players in this day and age.
From past the arc, and Rajon Rondo, the basket on an assist by Allen. 6 points for Rajon Rondo. Watson outside. Gallinari uncovered. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. Lawson's got his 3rd assist on the night. Gallinari with the steal. Even numbers. Up with it. And finished off by Martin. And that'll tie this game up.
As soon as they forced that turnover, they really attacked the rim. I like that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I thought that was the highlight of the sequence. You know, even though it's transition, he's got the green light to fire from there if he has a good look at it. Some of that is between Rivers, the coach, and Doc Rivers, the player. I mean, he had the height to play shooting guard, but was the most valuable running the show as the point guard.
Now, here is Watson. Here's Nene. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. Lawson's got his 4th assist in this one. Great point back on Rivers. You know, the teams that he has coached, Orlando and Boston, really embody it. Steve, they all play smart, tough defensively, well coached up and down.
Yeah, I mean, it is interesting.
A superb. Alley-oop there. Prime time play.
Well, they had that one standing by, just waiting to pull it out.
Now, there's definitely a sense of understanding between those two teammates, that's for sure.
Well, the sweep shooting Ray Allen last year set the record for most three-pointers made in a career. Really just a testament to how dedicated he's been to the craft of shooting the ball.
The first one falls. And Clark, for Ray Allen, not only has he made a lot of threes, he has been tremendously accurate. Steve, he's one of only 40 players in league history to shoot over 40% from distance for his career. And it's
not just the percentage, Kevin. It's the number of clutch shots he hits. It's the range. It's his ability to get a shot even on his own. He's not just a spot-up guy. He can score in so many different ways. One of the great shooting guards of all time, really. Well, we all know what a fiery, competitive team the Celtics are, with Kevin Garnett in particular. And that's one of the reasons they were 2nd in the NBA in technical fouls last season.
And so he hits both. And so speaking of the Celtics, you know, some have said, Clark, that they go overboard getting into it with other teams, players. And that wasn't your game, but take us inside that whole world of the game.
You know what? I don't know if the Celtics do it any more than any other teams. I mean, Kevin Garnett is very demonstrative, has been since he's been in the league, and that intensity sometimes spills over. I always felt that you had to be who you were. You couldn't try to fabricate something that wasn't part of your natural makeup. So if you are a guy that's verbal and a jawjacker, then you've got to do it within the parameters of what's going on in the game. If you're not, then you can't be that to try to improve your performance. So I've always said, like the young folks do, you know, do me, be you. You know?
Now Chandler defending. Allen outside. And stolen by a follow.
Tried to use the pump fake there, but the defense didn't buy it.
Here's Watson. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. Watson's got his 2nd bucket. The Celtics with the lead. Back to Ryan. It's stolen by Lawson. And they're on the break. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
Tell you what, the defense wasn't backing down there because usually he can use his strength to fight through contact.
Defensively, you've got to commit a second defender because he's just destroying you right now.
Yeah, one-on-one, he's been a handful.
Goes down the alley-oop slam.
Well, everyone seems to have have the hot hand here early on.
You know, if they keep up this scoring pace, we'll definitely see some big point totals from both of these teams.
They're scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. It's the Celtics leading by 5.
And they've done a nice job here offensively to establish a rhythm and a pace to this game.
And I like that they're finding ways to score, playing well here, Steve.
And we'll return momentarily. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. Celtics leading by 5. And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Celtics, Avery Bradley is out there with the Royal. Then it's Pierce. And there's Emmanuel. And it's Green in at the four.
Paul Pierce is not particularly fast and quick. He's very strong and he's crafty. When he finds angles, he finds a way to get his shot off, and that's one of the reasons he puts up great offensive numbers year after year.
That free throw good from Nene. Back to Paul Pierce and what Steve was talking about, that you chimed in on with the way the Celtics play. It's a perfect marriage part between them because he can be so effective in that half-court game.
He really can be. I mean, he's versatile enough where you can use him a lot of different ways. You can post him, you can curl him off screens, or you can isolate the side of the floor for him where he can get you good quality shots, and he's become a better playmaker in addition to being one of the terrific scorers.
That's a great observation. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, Ray Allen's work ethic is the stuff of legend. He noticed when practicing coming off screens that he was better turning right because his dominant right eye locked on the rim faster. So he made a quick adjustment by turning his head faster when moving left. He said shooting becomes much easier because I know where I needed to be quicker. Guys, like a true technician, he's always looking for a way to refine that stroke.
He's something else, Doris. Thanks.
And you can see the way he breaks it down, almost scientifically. I mean, his great shooting is no accident.
Boy, the Celtics have always enjoyed a really tough home court advantage, and no different last season. 33-8 were the Celtics in Boston.
Here's Pierce. He has 6. That's good. Pierce has got 8 points.
Beautifully executed play there to get that basket.
The Celtics have so much history here in Boston. These fans have so much, Steve, to be proud of.
One of my favorite places to play in a game and to broadcast a game. The fans are so knowledgeable, so much history with this franchise. They've won so many titles, been so many great players through the years. And just a fantastic place to watch a basketball game.
It's stolen by Bradley.
And I like the aggressiveness defensively, forcing that mistake.
Arroyo. And again, Boston with the triple.
That was all about the assist there. Just a beautiful feed.
Now Miller. Stolen by O'Neal.
Oops. You got to watch it if you bring the ball down when you're on the low block.
Outside Pierce. Over Martin, and it's blocked. The Nuggets trail by 8. Goes up. The big dunk at the end of the break.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Here's Bradley. And Pierce backs in. He's guarded by Chip. Pierce with the save.
Boy, I tell you what, the D was way too soft right there, like Jello. You got to do better than that.
the way up.
No, exactly. I mean, he's a hard man to stop coming down the lane, but you've got to have good position before the play starts.
On the high post. And again, it's Denver. Celtics leading by 6. Fires from the wing. And again, it's Boston converted. Here is Brew. And there's an intentional foul, but I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, tough to explain that one. It looks like he just lost his focus. I have no idea why he was fouling there.
And even the foul, I mean, you can't be wrapping guys up like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's a meaningless play.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Kevin Garnett is checked in for Green. Allen comes in for Carlos Arroyo. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Avery Bradley. Here's the block. Mark, they could stretch the lead to double digits.
Yeah, which would obviously put them in a very comfortable spot.
The three from Aflalo. And that one's good. Aflalo's got 5 now.
Yeah, he'll look for the three anytime he can get it, especially in transition.
Well, Jermaine O'Neal only played in 26 regular season games for the Celtics last year, and it makes you wonder, how much does he have left, because he certainly has had some knee trouble this year.
And here's Miller. Harrington with it. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. You mentioned J.O. He can still contribute, but he has to remain healthy, which, Steve, has been a problem for him.
Boy, 15 years in the league, and it's taken its toll on Jermaine O'Neal, but we did see him after missing most of the regular season for Boston last year. We saw him be a major force in that New York series in the first round for the Celtics. And when Al Harrington is at his best, guys, he can score inside or out. When he gets that three-point shot going, now he's got the defense on a string and he can get the ball to the hole as well.
Now it's sent it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, guys, the Celtics have been accused of being a little bit tricky from time to time. They're not opposed to stirring the pot in that regard. Coach Stan Van Gundy said they create it and the other team can't play through it. He noted that because of their success, they get the benefit of the doubt. The Celtics are one tough group, guys.
Thanks, Doris.
Elite teams tend to get caught in their favor. The Celtics have been elite for a while. They'll usually get those calls.
And Al Harrington at Junior Yellow, Steve, we talked about that. How about Cardinals both hold?
Yeah, we're giving them 3.5 then. How about that? Split the difference. But I think his best role is this instant offense coming off the bench. I mean, he loves to shoot the ball, he can to his range, and get his shot in the floor of the offense. And when he heats up, he heats up in a hurry. He can put up a lot of points in a short period of time.
Left flat shot on the way. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
Terrific shot there. He had a taller defender on him, but he created just enough space to get the jumper up inside.
Garnett backing down. It's good. Coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Garnett's got his second bucket of the night.
Just zipping the ball around the perimeter. Good advantage for them in terms of points off assists.
Well, they say coaches always talk about how defenses can't keep up with the fast-moving ball, and attacking with the pass makes it much harder to defend.
It's blocked. Lawson with it. He's got 8. It's stolen by Rondo. Here's Allen. Count it. Defenders have that block, and this could turn into a 3-point play. Both teams deciding to change it up. At the line with 1 shot. That free throw good from Allen. 5 seconds left in the first half of basketball. It's blocked. And so we conclude the first half.
Tremendous output from Allen. He has 18 points, and he's nailed 3 from long range. That's 9 points from deep.
Well, I like that he's not hesitating to pull the trigger. I mean, if he's got room, he's going to take the shot. He's putting some fear in this defense.
Back here in just a moment, here in Boston.
Welcome to the HP Halftime Report. I'm Damon Bruce. A great game going on out in Boston. Boston leading against Denver. They made a point of working the ball around. Great offensive teamwork. Ray Allen's been tremendous in the first half. He's got 18 points, and he's stacking up the assists, too, keeping the defense off balance with his passing. And the Nuggets, they're putting up a fight. Close-range shots, their bread and butter early on, a gigantic lead in points in the paint. A tremendous first half for Ty Lawson. He's got 8 points and has kept everyone else involved, piling up the assists. A couple guys right here you want to lead the charge for the teams as we move on to the second half. And now we send you back out to the game. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Celtics leading by 7.
Denver was particularly effective last season against the Eastern Conference, 20-10.
The second half is underway, and here's who George Karl's got on the floor. Draws into the floor, all the back here. Came out in the lane inside. And it's Gallinari in at the free throw. You know, you talk about the East Coast personality, you know, tough, physical basketball, 20-10 by the Nuggets against the East. I mean, they can definitely play rugged when they want to, too.
Yeah, they've got a number of ways. They can score in bunches, too. That's the one thing that separates them. They're a physical team, but they also are a high-octane offensive team. You might have thought losing Carmelo Anthony would have hurt them in that regard, but they've actually done it by committee. I think not having Carmelo there has created a sense of esprit de corps within that group to where they want to prove that we can handle this thing and be pretty good, even though we lost certainly one of the best scorers in the NBA in that.
That's an excellent point. Got a piece of it. O'Neal dishes to Rondo. Over Lawson. And Rajon Rondo, the basket on the assist by O'Neal. 16 points for Rajon Rondo. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
You got to keep everybody on the same page. They need to get their heads together. That's the goal. Well, you know, playing against the Thunder has to bring back some painful memories for the Nuggets guys. I mean, looking back on their first round loss, and it was closer than the 5-game total might suggest. That was very competitive series.
Here is Lawson. 10 points for him. Here's Gallinari. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Lawson's got his 8th assist here tonight. Hey, you're right, Clark. In that series between the Thunder and the Nuggets, really a tough defensive series. Steve, both teams shooting just 42% from the field.
I thought what really hurt Denver was giving up some of the offensive rebounds to the Thunder. And that led to a lot of free throws because we saw some offensive putbacks and fouls. Those little things over the course of the series, Kevin, those really make a huge difference as time wears on. And the Celtics, of course, with so much history, and so many of the former players are around Boston and go to the games, and I think they're very proud of the way this current Celtics team plays. Very unselfish.
Here's Nene. 7 points in the game. Nene's got 9.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Speaking of the Celtics ball movement, they were tied for 4th in assists in the season for 23 games.
They really share the sugar. I mean, Rondo is the catalyst and the initiator of that because he's a pure point guard. I mean, he can dominate games without scoring the ball because he does such a good job setting some people up. The big three, Garnett, Pierce, Allen, all tremendous basketball savvy and understanding. They know how to play the game, and they know that the best shot is the result of ball movement.
And they know at this stage of their careers, all deep in their 30s and 70s, will be the one thing that will lead to success.
Well said. You're exactly right. They can't do it on their own anymore. They're going to rely on each other.
A nice shot by Gallinari.
He's been hot for most of this game, and if he keeps it up, his team could turn things around.
Out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Kristich checked in for Boston. And comes in for Paul Pierce. Here's Allen. He's got 21. Pushes up. And the basket by Kristich. And the Celtics lead by 8.
How about Rondo's assist totals last season? They took a huge jump, and that's saying something because he had already averaged 10 per game the year before. So he and Steve Nash They're probably the two best passers in the league, and they led the league in assists a year ago. They were 1 and 2.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
We've seen Nene playing a good game here. 9 points and a couple of steals for him also.
And I'll tell you what, by coming up with those steals, he's making the offense think, and he's making them do things they don't want to do.
Al Harrington's checked in for the Nuggets. And so he makes both from the line. Getting back to Rajon Rondo, you could see, Clark, he was trying to pass more last season and be the playmaker for the Celtics.
Yeah, he's always a great facilitator, but he took that to a whole different level this past season. But he kind of went out of his way to pile up assists. I think he has to balance it. Going to continue to add to his scoring ability and his perimeter shooting game, but he certainly is a terrific setup.
It was a gruesome dislocated elbow in the playoffs against Miami, and we didn't get to see the full flavor of what Rondo could do.
That's right. We've seen it in the past, though, and as long as he's healthy, we're going to see a lot more of it in the future.
Open look. A nice shot by Gallinari. Gallinari's got 9 points in the quarter. Allen working against the follow. Allen right side, and it's blocked. The Nuggets trail by 6. Here's Gallinari. The jumper's good from inside 6 feet. Gallinari's got 16 points.
Good basketball instincts on display there, making it happen.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
You know, guys, I think the Celtics actually came into the playoffs last season with a little less swagger than usual. I mean, losing Kendrick Perkins in the trade seemed to shake them up a little bit. And with Shaq really unable to contribute due to injuries, a team used to being big inside perhaps felt a little smaller.
Sasha Pavlovich, he's checked in for Boston. Avery Bradley comes in for Ray Allen. Rondo working against the follow. Watson gets a hand on it. And so here is Denver, trailing by 4.
You got to wonder about the effort defensively. They did not get back there.
Yeah, you know what? A beautiful finish one way. Or the other, though.
41 seconds left to play here in the third. Rondo against Russell. And blocked. But he gets it back. Kicks it to Bradley. Ball's not loose. Lawson against Rondo. 4 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. Good.
What a marvelous job they've done sharing the basketball. A ton of assists.
Well, they know where each other is all the time. They're moving the ball, just finding the open guy. Nobody seems to care who scores. They're winding down. They're going to go for the last shot here of the quarter.
Yeah, I like the recognition there. They're going to play for the last shot, just as you said.
Dishes it to a Afflalo. Here's Harrington. Again, the Nuggets score.
Well, they really picked up the intensity here since halftime.
I think they got the pep talk in both teams now, really going after each other.
Here's Rondo. It's up a 3. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Ray Allen really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Well, we know he can score, so it's not really a huge shock to see him put up these kind of big numbers.
And I would think that he most likely will continue to carry on this kind of play into the fourth.
Celtics lead by 3. We're still getting underway here in the fourth. Let's go down to Doris Burke, who has our Sprite Spark of the Game report. Doris?
Kevin, for that great stretch the Celtics put together, they get the Sprite Spark Award. It's been defense, defense, and more defense all game as they keep adding to their lead. This kind of defensive pressure is exactly what they've been looking for, and it's worked wonders so far.
Terrific stuff, Doris. Thank you. That was quite a run they had, Clark.
Yeah, I tell you what, Kevin, scoring bursts like that often tell the story, really. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, that's been the case today. I mean, that's what I think is the defining moment in this ballgame.
So with Rondo on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Kevin Garnett and Jermaine O'Neal with the 4 and 5. Avery Bradley is out there with the Arroyo, and it's Pierce in at the 3 spot. Hard to set the table there well with the Celtics and their injuries that did play a role in the postseason, not just in the front court. The dislocated elbow of Rajon Rondo also factored in. Steve, that was a huge hit for that team.
Yeah, I was amazed that he was able to return in that game and continue to play the rest of the series, but he did limit it. And with Rondo slowed down, the Celtics had a tough time scoring. Miami really played him and lost him kind of 5-on-4. He didn't honor his offense, and it really cost Boston. Both of these teams have really stepped it up offensively.
You know what, Steve? They haven't missed a chance, and I think both teams really know what's at stake on every possession here.
It's stolen by Bradley. From about 16, that's good from Paul Pierce on the assist by Bradley. Bradley's got 3 assists in the game. And Gallinari kicks to Martin. Trying to go big for the alley-oop, but good defense cut in the way. Shot's good by Arroyo. And it's a 5-point Celtic lead. Boston against Pierce. Launching the pass to going up. Off the pick. And he puts that one in.
That's a very good high percentage look right there.
Pierce for 3. And it's good. Pierce has got 13 points here in the second half of the line. It up there. And inside alley-oop jam.
Slamming it home off the alley-oop. Remarkable.
Well, his eyes got wide as he went up for that one.
And he timed his leap perfectly to beat the pass at the top. Of its arc.
Here's Arroyo. Now here's Pierce. Here's Bradley. Pierce dishes to Bradley. And they're able to recover. Out of bounds. And they retain possession. Boston making some changes. Allen comes in for Carlos Arroyo. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Avery Bradley. The Nuggets also changing it up. Nene, he's checked in for Anderson. Chandler comes in for Gallinari. And it's a follow in for Corey Brewer. That's the bucket. 12 points for Garnett.
Boy, this is scary. You get a score rolling like this, you're in some trouble.
Yeah, you can't leave a guy like that on an island. I mean, you got to bring some help.
Chandler kicks to Lawson. And Allen picks him up defensively. Back to Chandler. That's the 3-4. That is a nail. Lawson with the assist.
Man, he's always going to pull the trigger when you give him that kind of look.
Now Allen. Outside Pierce. Here's the 3. And the Celtics hit it in from deep.
Another 3, and we can see Rodgers from long range here in the second half.
They have come out lazy. And defensively, it's hard to deny that shot. I mean, that's a lot of ground to go. Well, I like the way he fed that ball inside with precision.
Celtics leading by 4. And here's Rondo. Over Russian. And another basket for Boston. Denver calls timeout. They're losing by 6. 1:26 left to play here in the fourth. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for the third.
I was saying to the team, he gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Gallinari's checked in. Backing down is Nene. Over Rondo. Again, the Nuggets score.
My goodness, he's knocking down everything he looks at.
And here are the Celtics now. Their biggest lead of the game was now knocked away. Out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Here's Allen. Over Floro. There's Allen. That's one of the assists by the lead. 23 points for Allen. One shot. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
And the pace has really ramped up in the second half.
Steve, I like the re-energized effort here. I mean, it's been a battle.
Wasted no time on that one. Rando's got trouble.
Not much time now.
Yep, they'll need some breaks, Steve, to be able to stay alive.
And there's the contact on the jam against the whistle, but not the bucket, so 2 shots coming up for him.
Martin has been putting up the numbers. 10 points and a block. He's been putting it up, and he's been going down 100% from the floor.
Yeah, he's just so focused right now. You can see it in his eyes.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And they're going to have to continue that pace, Clark, because they're down, and anytime you're losing, you've got to take advantage of every offensive opportunity you have. They've done such a nice job disrupting this offense and forcing turnovers.
Here's Pierce. It's good coming out the assist by Rajon Rondo. And that's 31 points for Paul Pierce. Less than 1 minute left. Here's Lawson. And now they trail by just 4. Here's the Celtics with the ball. They lead by 4. Here's Allen. And they go to the intentional foul.
Denver foul.
Here's Allen. They double him at the net. Here's O'Neal.
All teams in place, it really spreads the floor offensively.
On the top of the key. It's in! There's 31 seconds left in the game. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting from
Sinks the first one, and that puts them up by 5. 2 for 2, and it's a 6-point ballgame.
Big foul there. Hits the clutch free throws and adds their lead.
It's good! And now they trail by just 4. And so they foul intentionally.
I know you have to foul, but you don't want to hit a good foul shooter like that.
Yeah, you'd much rather have somebody else get to the line than this guy. He's an excellent free throw shooter.
That's the first that puts them up by 5. Perfect from the line, and it's a 6-point ballgame. Denver calls timeout. They're down by 6. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What's your take, guys?
Well, there's a little bit of time here to play with, so a 3 and a quick foul could make things interesting.
Very much so. Either way you cut it, they're going to need a pair of threes and some help at the other end as well.
There's that little sweet spot, that mid-range jumper.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Not much of a choice there. They pretty much had to foul.
Yeah, that's the only option they have to try to get the ball back to even this thing up.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. Hits them both, and it's a 6-point ballgame.
Talk about a clutch free throw, Kev. That one just might have sealed the game.
Shot from the top of the key. Nails it! Now a timeout called by Boston. They're in front by 4. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Rondo. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
That's his second personal foul. Fifth team foul.
Sinks the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
They give the line shooting 2.
it from the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Huge free throws there, Kevin. He just put this game out of reach.
Here's Lawson, and again it's Denver. Now a timeout called by Boston. They lead by 4. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Pierce. It's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Here's Lawson. Can't connect. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight ones.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Paul Pierce.
Okay, so that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin, and later on tonight we're heading to New York City for the next matchup as Carmelo Anthony and the New York Knicks take on host again with Monte Ellis of the Golden State Warriors. So this is Andre Kenshin of the first game. The Celtics beat the Nuggets by 4, 108 to 104, and this is Andre Kenshin. So it's all from TD Garden. We see you later for the second matchup between the Warriors and the Knicks. Andre Genshin says, sign up and peace out. Goodbye, and we'll see you later for the Warriors and Knicks.